The stars are disappearing, and the world is in danger of losing the magic of the night sky forever. But hope remains, as a brave young girl named Ella is about to embark on an extraordinary journey. With the help of Spark, a magical talking firefly, Ella must face the mysterious shadow thief and overcome thrilling challenges to save the stars. This is a story of courage, friendship, and the magic that lives within us all. Get ready to join Ella and Spark on an adventure like no other, a mission to bring back the light and restore hope to the world. Ella loved stargazing. Every night she would sit by her window, her eyes searching for the brightest star in the sky. But one evening, as she looked up, something felt wrong. The stars weren't shining as brightly as they used to. Some of them were even missing. The once twinkling sky looked dull and empty, as though the stars were slowly disappearing. Ella's heart sank. She couldn't imagine a world without stars. Just then, a tiny glow appeared by her windowsill. A small golden firefly with the brightest glow Ella had ever seen. "Hello, Ella," the firefly said in a soft, tinkling voice. Ella gasped. "A talking firefly?" "I'm Spark," the firefly continued, "and I need your help. The stars are in danger. They're being captured by the shadow thief, and soon there will be none left to light the night sky. Only someone with a brave heart can save them, and I believe that someone is you." Ella felt her heart race. She couldn't let the stars disappear, not without trying to help. "I'll do it," she said, her voice full of determination. "I'll help save the stars." Spark twinkled brightly. "Then let's go!" With a flick of his tiny wings, Spark surrounded Ella in a swirl of golden light, lifting her gently from the ground. In an instant, they were flying high above the rooftops, into the night sky, towards a magical land that existed beyond the clouds. They arrived at a mysterious place, a land called the Twilight Realm, where the sky was filled with swirling mist and floating islands. The stars, normally bright and twinkling, were trapped inside shadowy cages, their light dimmed by the power of the shadow thief. Spark led Ella to the edge of a floating island, where a group of creatures had gathered, a wise old owl, a pair of friendly squirrels, and even a tiny unicorn foal. "The shadow thief has hidden the keys to the star cages," Spark explained. "To save the stars, we need to solve the riddles of the Twilight Realm. Each key is guarded by a challenge, and only someone with a brave heart and a kind spirit can succeed." Ella nodded, her heart filled with determination. She looked at the creatures gathered around her. "I can't do this alone," she said. "Will you help me?" The owl hooted softly. "We are with you, brave Ella. Together we can bring back the light." Their first challenge lay on a floating island covered in thick, twisting vines. A large door stood at the center, with glowing symbols etched into its surface. "To find the key, you must unlock the door," Spark said. "But beware, only a heart filled with kindness can reveal the way." Ella approached the door, her fingers tracing the glowing symbols. She thought about what made her heart feel warm: her family, her friends, the joy of sharing and helping others. She closed her eyes and whispered words of kindness. Slowly, the symbols began to glow brighter, and the door opened with a soft creak, revealing a shimmering key. "You did it!" Spark cheered, his glow brightening. Ella took the key, and they moved on to the next challenge, a bridge made of stardust stretching across a deep chasm. But as they approached, the bridge began to fade, the stardust falling away like sand. "The bridge will only hold if you trust it," the tiny unicorn foal said, stepping forward. Ella took a deep breath. She thought about trust. Trusting herself. Trusting her friends. Trusting the magic that surrounded her. She took a step onto the bridge, her heart pounding. The stardust beneath her feet solidified, glowing brightly. One step at a time, Ella and Spark crossed the bridge, the stardust glowing with each step they took. On the other side, they found the second key, hidden within a cluster of glowing flowers. Ella picked it up, her heart swelling with hope. "We're getting closer," she said, looking at Spark. Their final challenge lay at the highest floating island, where the shadow thief awaited. The island was dark, shrouded in mist, and at its center stood a tall cage filled with captured stars. The shadow thief was a figure cloaked in darkness, his voice cold and hollow. "You cannot save them," he hissed. "The stars belong to me now." Ella stepped forward, holding the 2 keys tightly. "The stars belong to everyone," she said, her voice strong. "Their light is meant to be shared, to bring hope and joy to all." The shadow thief laughed, his shadowy form growing larger. But Spark flew up beside Ella, his glow intensifying. "Show him your courage, Ella. Let your light shine." Ella closed her eyes, feeling the warmth of her heart. The love she had for her family, the kindness she had shown, the trust she had in her friends. She let that light grow inside her, brighter and brighter, until it burst forth, surrounding her in a brilliant glow. The shadow thief recoiled, his form shrinking as the light grew stronger. With a final burst of courage, Ella inserted the keys into the star cage, and the lock clicked open. The stars burst free, their light filling the Twilight Realm, chasing away the shadows. The creatures cheered, and Spark danced in the air, his glow as bright as ever. "You did it, Ella," Spark said, his voice filled with pride. "You saved the stars." Ella smiled, her heart filled with warmth and joy. She knew that the light of the stars wasn't just in the sky. It was in her heart, in the hearts of everyone who believed in kindness, courage, and the magic of friendship. In a flash, Ella found herself back in her room, Spark by her side. He looked at her, his glow soft and comforting. "Remember, Ella, the light inside you is the most powerful magic of all." And with that, Spark flew out the window, his glow fading into the night sky. Ella climbed back into bed, her heart still aglow with the courage she had found within herself. She knew that, just like Spark had said, the light she carried would guide her through anything. As she drifted off to sleep, the stars above twinkled even brighter, and she whispered softly, "Thank you, Spark. I will always remember." And so, dear listener, remember that courage, kindness, and hope are the brightest lights we have. Whenever you look at the stars, know that they shine because of the bravery and goodness inside each one of us. Sweet dreams, and may your night be filled with magic.